City's up and Adam. I'm Jack Tomczak. That's Andrew Lee.
Good morning, everybody.
The show, as always, produced by Lump.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lump.
I had to turn around my microphone. It was backwards.
I did that. I'm sorry.
Good job. Thanks.
I really not. You need to stop messing with the radio equipment. In the building.
You don't know how any of it works.
No, I do not.
So you shouldn't mess with it.
On the show today at 7 o'clock, our transportation czar Frank Paff go in to offer his comments on a piece in the Star Tribune written by two county commissioners that say we need a comprehensive roads, bridges, and transit plan.
We'll figure out what that means.
Yeah, and and we'll find out from Frank, who spent 34 years at MnDOT, if we really do need a comprehensive plan, or if we can just do stuff willy-nilly. Let's fix some potholes and put a sign up. Half a lane here, half a lane there. It'll work.
Just as needed.
Yeah.
You know, look, there's a pothole. Let's go fix it.
Fix that. At 7:40, Andrew's mandatory list at 8 from the Star and/or Tribune. DJ Tice, he's got a piece on the Jamar Clark shooting and aftermath. And I thought it was very interesting. It was not something that you would stereotypically, I guess, expect from the Star Tribune. Talks about the false narrative and the fact that Mike Freeman is getting no support from other elected officials for doing his job.
Well, no, they don't want to be anywhere near him right now because he took responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, and he took ownership of it.
And everything he said, everything he proved was contrary to the narrative pushed by Black Lives Matter, and that is a group that Democrat politicians are increasingly afraid of.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't want to trifle with them.
No.
Because they'll show up at their events, they'll shut them down, they'll protest. They've done it a number of times.
And unless you have $15 to $100 million to offer that group,
like Mark Dayton does,
right, to keep them
and he still
you.
gets called a white supremacist.
Yeah, he can't win.
So, yeah, it really doesn't matter.
So that's at 8, DJ Tice with the Star Tribune. Then after that, we will get into Hillary Clinton's racist joke.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it by now, we will have the audio by then.
Yep, we've got the audio. I've got a couple stories on it. It's one of those instances where, and you know, I don't like to play the game of, well, what if a Republican had did it? Mm-hmm. But if a Republican had done this, it would be the end of their career.
Certainly.
But it's met with sort of a shrug when Hillary Clinton and Bill de Blasio do it. It's, it was just a joke that fell flat.
If any of the three Republicans left in the presidential race had done this, that would be the end of their campaign.
Absolutely.
It would be it, and it would be an apology tour for the rest of their lives.
Correct.
So, if you haven't heard it already, be here in the 8 o'clock hour, play that audio, and get your thoughts. My thoughts are that was a dumb joke. Politicians shouldn't make jokes.
It was a bad joke.
Or just make dad jokes. They're not that funny, but they're certainly not offensive.
Yeah, they're perfectly safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, an update on my vibrating bed alarm clock that I have.
Right.
I woke up, it's set for 4:45. I woke up at 3:30 today because I'm afraid
You're afraid
of my bed waking me up.
That's actually hilarious.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to get so afraid of your bed, you're going to stop sleeping in it, and then it's just going to vibrate on its own with nobody in it.
What I learned last night, I showed my bed to my wife and a friend last night, and we had people downstairs in my living room, and they heard it and felt it too. There's nowhere safe in my house from my loud vibrating bed.
Poor wife. What does she think of all this?
Well, first of all, people have been saying your poor wife for, I think we're coming up on 9 years, 8 years. I don't know. Nobody's really keeping track. She sleeps pretty soundly, and not in my bed because it's terrifying.
I'm afraid of my bed.
All right. We probably should announce this. We were having a bit of a format change, not on the entire station, but just on the show from 6 to 9 a.m., Monday through Friday. We're no longer talking news, politics, and policy, but we are advocating for Lump to become a Minnesota Vikings cheerleader.
Correct.
Woo.
So we've tweeted out, I'm sure we will continue to the link where you can vote for her and no one else.
There is, well, you have to pick 3.
What?
You have to select 3.
Some people say you have to select 3, and then there's
It
been
says
other
on the
people that just
website
pick, I
you
know,
have
but then some people just pick one and then vote, and it works.
Well,
so I don't know.
okay, yeah, and I only voted for
but
one.
But pick 3. I mean,
Yeah, pick
they're
3.
all great ladies.
Yeah,
But
and you
make sure I'm one of them.
Yeah, you have to say that because these are going to be your teammates people you'll be spending a lot of time with,
Right.
your friends, pillow fights, I'm assuming. I don't have to be nice. It's just lump. It's just lump.
Go to the
new
Twin Cities News Talk Facebook page.
Our new sponsor. It's
Just lump. Twin Cities News Talk Facebook page. The link is there for you to vote. And again, the website says you have to pick 3. Lump is number 50 on the website, so
it
make
easy
sure
to
you
remember?
make sure you select number 50. Now, my question for you, Lump, is how much weight does this voting process carry? Is this like the woman that gets the most votes has like a real upper hand in making the team, or I don't know.
They're all pretty vague about it. I do know that it is considered, and it's kind of a way to see what girls can market themselves better, what girls can have the support, what girls will have the fan turnout at events, things like that. And so it is considered. I'm not sure completely how much weight it carries. It's not
Sure.
like whoever has the most votes automatically makes the team, because she might be awful in every other regard.
Yeah, if you're a rhythmless uggo, it doesn't matter how many votes you
Which
get.
number are you referring to?
What do
The
you
one
mean?
that's awful in every other regard.
Yeah, who's she?
Which one?
There
Which one?
is no-
Because I don't
there
want to
is
vote for
none.
that one.
There's
I
not.
don't want to include that in my 3. I don't want to
Who should
include
people
her.
avoid supporting?
Blink the number of times for the number of girl that you're referring to.
Is she on 47 or 48? It was too fast. I can't tell.
Hold up fingers. It's 42, isn't it?
No. They're all wonderful ladies. And
Except
but vote for
that
me.
one.
But vote for
That
me.
one.
Yeah, go to the, again, that post is up on the Twin Cities News Talk Facebook page. You have to scroll down a couple posts, but it's there, and we'll repost it. I'll put the link up on Twitter
Constantly.
as well.
That's all I'm doing today.
That's all you're doing?
That's it.
Voting.
Yeah. No, I think it's a neat thing that you're doing, and
Thank
Andrew
you.
and I have peaked in AM radio, and you're going beyond that,
Maybe I can just give you a little boost
but you can never quit.
A little boost.
You can never
with
quit.
all my fame.
Yeah.
Do you know how many votes you get? Is there a running tally that you have access to?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if I'll ever know. But the response that I've gotten so far in terms of like Facebook and Twitter and everything has been very positive. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever know the actual amount. Maybe if I ask, which I could do. But they don't even know. I don't think that they really like get the final numbers until Tuesday at midnight. I think that's when they stop tallying the votes.
Yeah,
and then they
voting
print
ends
them
at
out.
midnight on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I just tweeted out the link. Yeah, don't ask. That shows weakness and insecurity. Just always
I mean,
look forward.
If I make the team afterwards, maybe I could ask. But if I make the team, so they'll print it out Wednesday morning, and Wednesday is when they make their final decisions on the team.
Well, good luck.
Yes.
Thank
You've got
you.
our support. I know that I posted the link last night and got a ton of comments and retweets and such of people saying that they were
She doesn't look like a lump. Why do you call her a lump?
there was a bit of that.
You do a lot with Photoshop. All right, boss man, what is first in the news bag?
I'm going to get we're going to start with some presidential news. Trump is slamming the RNC chairman. He's calling this whole nomination process a disgrace. This nomination process that he's winning,
Yeah.
doing extremely well in, but apparently it's unfair and a disgrace.
A disgrace.